Good cinema teaches us about ourselves. It entertains us and broadens our imaginations. We share moments with friends and strangers alike, making film enter into our culture and our hearts. But mostly film inspires us to be better versions of ourselves. These movies are not any of that. This is the 2019 SMABFAs on Stinkerman.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these!
No one! Hang on!
It stinks.
Hang on!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Man.
Hello and welcome to Stinger Madness, the first special of the new year, our movie awards for the Stinker Madness Achievements in Bad Filmmaking Awards. This is our sixth SMABFAs. 6 of them.
6 SMABFAs.
Yes.
Oh, the waste of our lives.
Awarding arbitrary awards to films that don't want to receive them.
Yes.
What are you talking about? You know, maybe somebody's out there was like, our film didn't get nominated for anything, and we're on the SMABFAs? Hell yeah.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's on the Oscar stage accepting his award, and he's like, God, I'd rather have a SMABFA.
I think
Yeah.
Olivia Munn would have accepted her SMABFA.
She would have showed up here.
Well, if she knew about it, she would have said thanks anyway. She wasn't going to come here. I don't
What
think.
about that lady who we've never seen again and whose name I totally can't remember that was in The Mummy, the Tom Cruise Mummy?
I don't remember her name. Well, she got worst bad, I thought, though.
Yeah,
right?
she did. She did.
Yeah, she
so-
wouldn't like that. The best bad, I think you're going to...
Oh, okay.
Because we did, pretty much gush over Predator last year.
Yeah,
so,
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we might have some interesting surprises. If we'll go through the nominees for each category as they come out, but I will say that Serenity is the first film that we've ever had that is nominated for every single category.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
we've
what...
never done that.
kind
Even
of-
Mordecai didn't do that.
No, but nobody liked Mordecai.
Nobody liked Mordecai.
Oh, Mordecai can suck a
Yeah,
dick.
it was nominated for everything but the best category. So, no, and it did have best. The
Brad liked it.
his butler.
Bettany?
But yeah, Paul Bettany, he got nominated for best bad actor.
Okay.
So it just didn't get nominated for best bad movie. So
Sure.
that was the only one. So there you go. Serenity. Will it cash in against such hot competitors as Cats and the slew of action films that we all partook in? The spoiler alert, we were all kind of disappointed in. But will any of those win as well?
This is just a damn thin year.
Yeah,
It just is.
for bad movies.
For bad movies, it wasn't. And there was a bunch of shit that was sort of like meh. Like Palms was in the mid-30s, and it's like, it's old lady, it's going to be stupid, but it's not going to compete, right?
Right.
Or like, one of the worst received movies of this year was The Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Shit killed it at the theater, so you know it's not bad.
Right.
It made $100 million fucking dollars.
It's just probably like Dirty
It's
Grandpa.
just,
like,
It's
whatever.
just not. It's against the rules to make a comedy right now, basically.
Right.
Except for that they killed it in the Oscars because JoJo and Parasite are both apparently comedies.
Parasite is not a comedy. It's a black comedy.
Yeah, but
JoJo's laugh out loud.
I
hilarious.
hated Parasite.
I didn't hate it. Anyways, we're not going to talk about
Anyway, I would also like to say that this year was the first year that I haven't wanted to stab one of the characters in the face.
Yeah.
Mordecai,
Maybe.
I was so angry. I was like, we should just
I don't
have a
think
stab them in the face award.
Nobody's as bad as Mordecai was. for
Yeah.
sure.
So, I mean, this is the first year that I wasn't just fucking angry.
We didn't see Johnny Depp on any film. We didn't see Tom Cruise's either. So
yeah, that's
there you go.
yeah.
My thought is on the thin year, and this could get a little dicier as time goes on, is yes, they're still putting shit in the theaters. Obviously, Cats is terrible, and Serenity is just bafflingly bad. But our problem that we're running into is the same problem that the Oscars ran into a few years ago with the goddamn streaming. Do you let them in? Do you not let them in? Because now you've got this option where you can still make a terrible movie, Six Underground, I'm looking at you, and make a shitload of money on it without releasing it in theaters, which puts us in a real bind because then it's like, well, all the shit's now DTV, but there's like those aren't Hollywood. How do you filter? There's
How do you filter,
10,000
right?
movies that are on DTV that are impossible to watch.
Maybe we should let the fans vote.
Have them make the nominations.
Yeah, horrible. There's so
No,
much
no,
DTV.
just let them, tell us whether or not they would be interested in if we allow the direct-to-TV.
Thoughts from the fans on just that topic.
Right,
Yeah.
because, like The Irishman was an excellent movie, but it was direct to Netflix.
Right.
So,
Didn't they?
and Marriage Story, same thing.
Right.
But they put both of those in theaters for short
Marriage
runs.
Story, they didn't. The Irishman, they did. Just to be like, here you go. But it was like a week-long limited release thing.
Which
so.
is weird because Amazon was like, fuck it, we'll make money off these.
Right.
That's the thing that doesn't make sense. They would have made more money off of them.
Right. Which is fine for good movies, but shit movies that we're dealing with.
Well, no,
I mean,
that's
you
crap.
put Six Underground in the theater, no, it tanks. But you sell it to Netflix and they'll buy anything.
Oh, no, I bet 600. Yeah. Well, it tanks what, right? Because
Tanks for the memories.
They're not
That's
good
lame.
memories. Yeah, because Six Underground, had it been in the theaters, would have been kind of all over this list too.
Right.
It would have gotten a lot of nominations on both sides, probably. Well, on one side.
Yeah.
None of us like that movie.
No, it's pretty crap. I did.
Fucking parkour guy.
Our sister podcast, the Bad Movies Fiends, they gave their awards out. But their awards are basically their year in review. They actually all like Six Underground. I was shocked by that.
Huh.
Like, what the hell, guys? Talking to you, Chucky. What? No. So, anyways, let's move on from that. We'll see what happens next year with the Netflix movies and the Amazon movies, and if there's some stuff I saw some trailers for that looks pretty bad. Like, I'm telling you, Call It Wild might be a stinker that we might road trip because boy, it looks terrible. Even though that book is fan-fucking-tastic.
I like the meme.
Yeah, the meme.
Yeah, because it was so bad that they already got out in front of it, and there's the picture of Harrison Ford next to the St. Bernard. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when you wake up 40 years later and you find out you're not in space, it was just a bad acid trip.
Nice. All right, let's get to our first award. Sam, please.
Is Worst Bad Actor first?
Worst Bad Actor.
The nominees for Worst Bad Actor.
The actor whose performance we enjoyed the least.
Yes.
We hated.
Yes.
We hated these people the most. Jason Clarke, Serenity. Jason Clarke, Pet Semetary. Liam Neeson's Men in Black International. Idris Elba, Hobbs and Shaw. Tommy Lee Jones, Ad Astra. Donald Sutherland, Ad Astra. Nicholas Hoult, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Matthew McConaughey, Serenity. Idris Elba, Cats. Laurie Davidson's Cats. And James Corden, Cats. And the winner is not Tape.
Not Tape.
Tape is the loser. I am the loser to Tape. Tommy Lee Jones, Ad Astra, not a big surprise. He blew a lot of ass. And he really kind of kicked the shit in voting. 12-8 over Jason Clarke and Pet Semetary. Donald Sutherland coming in third with 6. Nicholas Hoult with 6. Liam Neeson's with 4 and Idris Elba with 4.
Wow.
The fan vote, however, and I'm not going to disagree. Jason Clarke, Pet Semetary.
Yes.
Which is our number 2.
He was
our number 2. He was bad.
He was my number 1, Jason Clarke. I mean, I have bias because I hate him. But he was really bad in Pet Sematary. That movie in total was terrible. So I'm going to go and say that the thing about the fans is they're clearly smarter than both of you because he was worse than Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones was mailing that shit in.
I don't even know if he was. I think he was trying, Jackie.
Oh,
I
God.
think he actually
awful.
put effort into it.
I can't
awful.
leave my ship.
He was awful.
And he was just like, when he's trying to release the tether, just going,
Uh-huh. Right.
What are you doing?
Right. Like he was doing the turkey thing from the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's turkey time. He's
Man, that was
going
weird.
to the Baywatch.
He is going to the Baywatch. Let me go, son. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
I'm kind of surprised that I'm sorry, go ahead. I cut you off.
No, please share your thoughts.
I kind of am surprised that Matthew McConaughey for Serenity
Right.
didn't get a little higher.
Right.
I really disliked that performance, and
Oh,
it
it
was
was
probably
awful.
my number one pick.
Well, the reason that it's nominated for everything is because we watched that one up front.
Uh-huh.
Friend of the program, Ben Van Dorn, was like, you got to get on this one early. It's going to be the worst of the year. We watch it, and we're like, oh, it's going to be tough to beat that for worst. Then all these other movies happen, and I'm like, I have to nominate this for best categories because of the year that we've had in bad movies.
Yeah, I think, McConaughey's tough anytime, like, because when he sucks, he's still a lot of fun.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when he's good, he's not fun. That's how McConaughey works. Like when he's good, like in Dallas Buyers Club, it's not fun. That's not fun.
No.
I don't like that. I don't want to watch that. But I mean, you should watch that because that movie's really fucking good. But it's tough to watch him do it because he's so good at it. And then when he stinks, he's fun.
It's funny.
He's fun.
Because you're watching a stoned guy
Right.
fuck it up bad. And then not know what to do and then just start like McConaugheying out.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
There's a
He's
reason
blowing it.
There's a reason we love McConaughey
Yeah.
in this country is not maybe because he's not good at acting.
Yeah. He jumped into a dragon's mouth.
Right.
Jumped in there.
And he could barely stand up on the boat.
Yeah.
It was like, this boat is moving. Well, no shit, Sherlock. It is on the water.
You don't understand how high I am right now.
Yeah.
I can't be playing with fish hooks and shit.
Yeah. And then there's a point in that movie where he's like, I don't know what's happening anymore. So he just looks up and goes, like, and does it again. And you're like, so you just go out into the rain and bellow at it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, but Tommy Lee Jones, I mean, that's kind of, to me, it's a surprise because Tommy Lee Jones is not really in that movie, but, like, that's, McConaughey's essentially soliloquying the entire time.
Sure.
He's Denzel Washington in Fences. Like, he's not in any not scene.
He's at the point of view character.
Right. He's the narrative. And where Tommy Lee Jones doesn't show up until the last 15 minutes of the movie, and then you're like, because nobody knows really anything about Ad Astra going into it, because do you care? I don't know. Like, I heard somebody said it was good, so we rented it. And then
It's a goddamn space movie.
yeah, well, that doesn't, I mean,
I
that's
don't like
irrelevant.
space movies.
Was
That's
it?
irrelevant. Yeah, it wasn't. But then when Tommy Lee Jones shows up, all three of us went, oh, fuck. And then he, like, exceeded our expectations on how shitty he was going to be.
Oh, yeah, because he does, you get some, like, breadcrumbs to follow to the gingerbread house of shit.
Right.
And it's these little videos that they show him. So you find out early on that Tommy Lee Jones is in it.
Right.
And he's got these little video screen, little vignettes where he's talking like captain's logs or whatever. And you're like, he's doing a bad job in these little 2-minute things. This isn't good.
You want to try that again, Tommy? I don't need to try it again.
Yeah.
I was
exactly.
roommates with the president.
Magma.
Vice president. Whatever.
Magma.
Wasn't he Al Gore's vice
I
president?
can't remember. So it was
Roommate.
Berkeley
Roommate.
Reed, the guy that write Doonesbury.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, one of those. So they.
No, that's Gary Trudeau.
Gary Trudeau. Yeah, no, it's Berkeley Breed is the other guy. So him, Al Gore, and Tommy Lee Jones were in the dormitory. One of them lived across from the other two.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tommy Lee Jones was the center of the football team. But they
so
were all friends.
He wasn't Val Kilmer in Real Genius then.
No.
Okay.
Nor was he John Grease,
Right.
who was, of course, in that movie.
Yeah, it was probably Al Gore that froze the hallways for them to slide on.
He invented the internet.
He did.
He
do
did.
that.
He did.
He did do that. He did not do that. All right. And then again, fans, I love you. You guys are geniuses. We've got the smartest,
I can't argue with it.
best-looking fans on the planet. Jason Clarke sucks.
He sucked and that movie sucked. But the problem is that Tommy Lee Jones actually made me angry.
Right.
That's where those votes came from.
Yeah.
I was mad.
Yeah, anger votes always can toss somebody over the edge. All right, Jackie, you are up.
I got the worst bad movie,
All
or
right.
the movie that we hated the most.
That we liked the least.
Yes, we liked the least. I'm sorry, hated is such a strong
It is.
word.
It is.
And the nominees are Serenity,
Ah.
Cats,
Whoa.
Pet Sematary,
Uh-huh.
Hellboy,
Yeah.
Men in Black International,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ad Astra,
Oh, okay.
Xmen, Dark Phoenix. I'm trying out some new voices.
Right. I don't think it's working.
And the last one is Godzilla.
Oh, yeah?
King of the Monsters. And the winner is...
Watch out for the tape.
Yeah, this tape is sucky idea.
Hey, screw you guys.
dude. Serenity!
Serenity was the worst movie. Oh, boy.
You were surprised, Sam.
I was.
Now, this one was hotly contested.
So
this was our only tie this year.
Yeah, because Ad Astra was in the hunt.
Yep.
So, yeah, you're right, because Serenity had 10 votes, followed by Ad Astra, who had 9.
Right, so Serenity won in the tiebreaker.
Right.
They both had 9.
Pet Sematary had 8.
Mm-hmm.
Men in Black
I didn't know.
International had 7.
Right.
X-Men had 6.
That's a surprise. That movie was really fucking bad.
What movie?
X-Men DP.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing for me on that. It's actually the best of them.
No, it's not.
It is, dude.
It
Those
was-
movies
no.
are terrible.
They're all bad, but
They're
that one
all
was
bad.
worse.
It's real bad, but it's like the improvement over that Apocalypse one.
I think it was worse.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Apocalypse was fucking terrible.
They're all bad.
They're really
I'd
bad.
watch the next one.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
I don't think there's going to be a next one. Well, they got the new Warrior, or not the new Warriors, the New Mutants.
New Mutants.
Yeah, which actually looks pretty decent. So
But the biggest surprise here is the fan vote.
the fan vote.
And they said that they disliked Cats the most.
Wow, that is surprising.
That is surprising.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to go ahead and say that our fans are morons. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Jesus. Cats was a
Cats.
blast.
meow, meow, meow.
For this year, yes.
I
Cats
just
was-
don't know about these fans. I mean, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, I'm kind of, in a way, I'm kind of not surprised because Cats
It is really bad.
is very long and very
Yeah,
draggy,
right.
and you just want to go in and be like, euthanize them all.
Right.
But then you realize that they're already dead, and you're like, oh, fuck. There is no getting away from these cats.
And that it's definitely the advanced class. I mean, it's like a level 300 in bad movies. Like, it's not for everybody to enjoy. I can sympathize. Like, you could be like, I fucking hate that Stinker Madness podcast so bad for saying go on this because right now I'm in agony because this movie sucks so bad.
Maybe that's why I got the votes, because people were like, fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck you guys.
Stinker Madness.
I wasted $10 to go see this piece of shit.
Yeah, on your recommendation, and it sucks.
Fuck you guys.
And you're right. I did get a semi from that lady's hairy butt. And
Right.
It makes me feel weird.
Yeah, it does make me feel weird. We'll see Francesca Hayward again in nominees for Best Bad Actress. Serenity, though, winning over Ad Astra. Now, Sam, I know where you were on Ad Astra.
Ad Astra pissed me off more than any movie I've seen in probably 10 years. I was fucking mad. I'm still fucking mad. I fucking hate that movie.
More than Mordecai.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, that is
Because
saying something.
Mordecai wasn't an affront to fucking science.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm not the angry one this year.
Right. But you did nominate Interstellar for
You
Best.
can travel with the speed of love. I'm fine with that. Well, that was the thing, is that, like, Interstellar had moments, and it did go off the rails and become a train wreck.
Right.
But it didn't flat out just completely, and I still haven't decided if it's intentional or not, but, like, instead of science, that movie Ad Astra plays like Christian propaganda.
A little. Yeah. Yeah. It does feel that way.
It was like, we're going to make a science. It feels like they made a science fiction movie to make you know that science is wrong. And you're like, what the fuck? But at the same time, when you're watching it, you're like, do they realize what they're saying here?
Right.
Because it seems like they don't even really know. They, like, accidentally got here. But
It's like if Dinesh D'Souza fucking directed a space movie, like, he looks at you and goes, boom, right? And you're like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot, dude. No, you fucking tripped over your own fucking statement right here that your propaganda that you're trying to make. You blew it. You blew propaganda.
2001 by Ayn Rand.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, like, you're fucking dumb, dude. But, like, the whole thing with Tommy Lee Jones's character is like Brad Pitt shows up and he's like, hey, it's me, your son. Let's go home. And he's like, no, I've got a mission. And Brad's like, you sure about that? And he's like, okay. Like, that's the big scene. Like, okay.
I think what bothered me the most was that it was a little too Total Recall for me when they got to the moon and everything's commercialized, and it was like, wow, okay, so you reuse the set from Total Recall?
Which reused the set from 2001 Space Odyssey, Jackie. All of that shit's done. Everything about space movies was already done by Stanley Kubrick in 1959. So, if you've seen it someplace else, it came from 2001.
Well, I was disappointed.
No, the moon sequence is like, it's interesting, and that's why I think it didn't qualify for me over Serenity, where Serenity is like nothing is redeemable in it. It's all bullshit.
It was all bullshit.
Whereas like the idea of moon pirates to me I don't hate that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the way that the moon pirates were behaving, I was like, this is a little not.
They
the
were
way to do
bad.
this.
They were bad moon pirates.
Yeah,
sure.
they're bad moon pirates,
and they died by being bad moon pirates. So there's that. I mean, they didn't like, hey, we suck at crime and we got away with it. It's not the president. Hey-oh, but they fucking got exploded.
Or like, this is the most top secret mission ever.
Right.
Drive across the moon in a buggy.
Oh, it's the idiot plot for sure. The whole thing is the idiot plot.
It sucks because you get to the end and they're like, oh, so you have to go stop your dad because we wanted him to discover the universe. So we sent him to the edge of the solar system with a gun that can only blow up Earth.
Right.
It's fucking awful.
Okay.
But let's get back to Serenity, since that's the one that won.
Mm-hmm.
I personally liked that when Jason Clarke fell over the side of the boat and he was like fucking drunk and he's got that diaper on with the fishing pole.
See, that's bad stuff.
And I just fucking loved it. And I was like,
yes, you were supposed to hate it.
Yeah, that's the only scene that I liked, though.
You do hate that movie.
I
You
do.
have to. It's Aloha, Sam. It tells you you're an idiot.
Yeah, we were sitting there, and it was like,
oh, fuck
all three
you.
of us knew what was happening when it was happening, and we all said, fuck you.
Oh, fuck
to
you.
the movie, to the television.
Right.
We spoke audible, fuck you.
My favorite is that the little kid ends up being a fucking murderer at the end. Like that's like a terrible plot line.
Oh, fuck you. I mean,
yeah, your kid turns out to be a murderer. Great job parenting.
Everybody's so bad in it that you want to appreciate it for being a good bad movie, but let's face it, it's not Cats.
It sucks.
It's not like the performances are so outlandish because they're being kitty cats. This is just like, oh, dude, you're gonna get your fucking mind blown at the end of this. And then when it happens, you're like, all of that shit I was saying about you guys doing terrible and like, hey, maybe this is a best bad movie. No, fuck you. Fuck you. This is a horrible shit movie, and I fucking hate it. I hate Serenity.
It's a bad ad for Minecraft, too.
Yeah. And, not to mention the fish tackle gear guy who's like, I'm here to sell you a new deep sea finder. I've been standing outside of your house now for 3 days.
It's Matrix bullshit part.
Why? Right.
Or the fucking giant fish that looks dumb as fuck in the first scene.
Oh, the giant tuna.
It starts out hot by like, wow, that giant fake fish looks dumb as fuck. What's going on with this movie?
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I have no problems with Serenity.
I don't either.
None at all. In fact, well, obviously, because I voted #1 for it twice.
Anne Hathaway.
And goddamn Hathaway.
She stinks.
She stinks.
Oh, God, just over the top. Hello, I'm a sex kitten, but not really.
I can't wait to see what she does next. Like, she's my new, like, thing. Like,
yeah.
What terrible performance is she going to give next year? I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it's like she had a bag that she had labeled the Maltese Falcon and then filled that bag up with shit.
Right.
And then dove into it and then came out of the bag wearing her own shit and started doing film noir crap, and it sucks.
Can you guys think of a movie that she's ever been good in? I mean, obviously her
Catwoman, she's all right.
Princess Diaries.
Catwoman?
She's Catwoman.
Oh, in the Batman.
Batman's.
Yeah.
Batman 3.
Right. What, Jackie?
Princess Diaries.
Oh yeah, I love those. Those are kids' movies. I'm talking like
she's in a movie.
If she ever given a good performance, like wow, Anne Hathaway was great in that.
I think she did pretty good in Brokeback Mountain.
She was in Brokeback Mountain, wasn't she?
Forgot about
Brokeback
that.
Mountain.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Yeah, and I thought she played that character pretty well.
Yeah. No, that's just a solid shit movie. Solid as shit movie.
There was one movie where she took her shirt off, and I liked that.
She's
That's
pretty,
Brokeback Mountain.
She is.
That was the first time she ever took her shirt off.
She's taking it off more than that then, because
She's pretty good looking.
I saw her and Bayou Phillips running around naked for a couple scenes. I was like, this movie's all right. And then they put their clothes back on, and I figured it wasn't going to happen again, so I stopped watching it.
It's probably good.
All right, there you go. Serenity, worst bad movie of the year.
And the fan vote for Cats.
Cats. Oh, those fucking fans. They don't know. Next up is me. Mystery Science Theater Achievement and Riffability Award. The film that we found to be the funnest and easiest to make fun of while viewing, because that's the challenge. Because face it, we're not very funny, so they got to give us a hand. They got to help us out to make fun of their movies.
Help us out.
Yeah, help us out here. The nominees are Cats, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Rambo Last Blood, Angel Has Fallen, Hellboy, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Hobbs and Shaw, and Serenity.
And Serenity.
Oh, yeah, and Serenity. And the winner is... This tape is fine. You guys are assholes. Serenity!
Jesus Christ, I thought it was going to be Cats. That's wild.
Serenity, really?
It is easy to make fun of.
It is.
Really
It
is.
is. It's just odd that we did. Because Cats is like El Dorado of riffing.
Yeah, there's so much to make
I
fun of in
disagree.
Cats.
I
really?
disagree.
This is where we're
let me give you this. Serenity won 13. Cats got 10.
Okay.
Angel Has Fallen got 6. Hellboy, Rambo, and King of the Monsters or Godzilla got all 4. My thing about riffing Cats is yes, everything is guiding you, but there's not an opportunity because it's all music.
Yeah.
And I have a really hard time riffing over singing and dancing because it draws your, even if it's bad, like, what are you going to do? Be like, hey, why don't you just do the Humpty dance? I mean, that's a terrible riff. So there's so much of that, and there's not a lot of breaks in between that to allow you to really fucking lay into it. Where Serenity is slow paced. It's lots of McConaughey just staring into water and him being bafflingly bad. And then obviously Anne Hathaway being the, and then she walked in character. I absolutely Serenity. Absolutely.
You can just, every 2 minutes, it's just him staring blankly, and you can just go, boogers.
I farted.
Yeah. all right, all roll.
Look at that tuna.
It sucks. Yeah, oh God, that movie's awful.
So, I mean, that's the weird fine line that, again, Serenity walks up until that last, oh, fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
Because you're having a good time because you're like, God damn, I'm killing it with this. I'm a funny person.
Yeah.
And now I'm an angry person.
Now it's like, do I make fun of this murderous child?
Well, yeah, obviously you got it. But you also have to be like, dude, fuck you, man. Don't tell me I'm stupid.
Yeah, and oh God, to get back to the goddamn fuck you part, because you figure it out
Right.
about 20 minutes before they drop the bomb on you,
Hey.
which is not good.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
And then because
I did.
they know that you didn't see it coming, so they fucking give you the blueprint for the last 10 minutes, and you're like, I know this is stupid. Fuck you, fuck you.
The fans voted for Cats.
Yeah,
What the hell, guys?
I'm fine with the fans.
I'm
on Cats.
fan with the cats on
I
the fans on Cats
I
because
understand it.
I mean, really, you can make so many funny noises during the Cats movie.
Well, it does itself though. That's another problem with is you got Sir Ian McKellan in there making funny sounds. Like, wait, I was going to do that for you, Sir Ian. You're riffing this, aren't you?
Or you're trying to like be like, oh, Judi Dench is gonna air out her vagina, but then she does,
Right.
and you're like, what the fuck?
And I think that
my
Rebel
jokes.
Wilson took a number from Judi Dench's book and was
Right.
like, well, if that famous actress is going to do it, I'm going to do it too in my number. Crotch!
Yep. Oh man, I don't know if you guys saw, but both her and James Corden took a little heat on the interwebs this week about throwing all of the visual effects people under the bus during the Oscars because it wasn't their fault; it was the Men in Ties' fault up the chain. That's like making fun of stuntmen. No.
I personally like that they wore their Cats outfits
I
at the
thought that
Academy
was funny.
Awards.
I thought that was funny. Like, hey, they're riffing Cats. Until they said that, I was like, oh, man, come on, man. Those people are just doing their jobs.
They're owning it. They're owning their the movie's failing, and I can respect that.
And
I can respect that too.
You know, I thought it was bullshit too because I have the unique perspective of having been a roto artist on various occasions and being one of the people they're making fun of and working on a movie that was the worst movie of the year.
You had to dub out all of John Travolta's crotch out of the movie that you're working at because for some reason he showed up without pants.
Yes.
So you had to put on pants
Just
for him.
roto in some jeans, and it's not my fault.
And it was weird that you chose jeans because it was a period piece from the 1500s. I don't know why jeans, but
I thought it was a period piece from junior high track. Oy!
Oh, waving glaving.
Track shorts. Anyway. Yeah, no, it sucks. It's not our fault.
It's not. It came from the Men in Ties.
And usually, also, you've been given crap.
Right.
It's like how you didn't polish this turd up. Like, oh, thanks.
I mean,
Well, it fell off the spindle.
damn.
Thanks, Ghost.
Screw those junk dubbing out Men in Tie bastards, though. I mean, imagine how Cats would have been so beautiful if none of the effects had been changed. If that first cut that they sent to the theaters was the cut we actually got. Man.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
We need a director's cut
The
of
nut
Cats.
cut?
The nut cut. I am all for it. But Serenity takes riffability this year. Sammy, you are up.
The nominees for Best Bad Actress.
Ooh, the one we like the most.
Did a terrible
The
job,
person
and we loved it.
Just talked about Anne Hathaway.
Hey-yo.
Best. Serenity. Vanessa Kirby, Hobbs and Shaw. Francesca Hayward, Cats.
Hey-yo.
Jeet Lawrence, Pet Semetary. Mila Jovovich, Hellboy. Taylor Swift, Cats. Rebel Wilson, Cats. Judi Dench, Cats. Helen Mirren, Hobbs and Shaw. And
Come on, Cats.
And the winner is Francesca Hayward, Cats.
Duh.
Yep, 10-7 over Mila Jovovich, who I think had a strong,
She
stinky
had a
performance.
really strong, stinky performance. And I think I went back through the awards. I think Jovovich has been nominated more than anybody else in this show, and she's never won. She's like our Amy Adams. Like, maybe we should give a little deeper look at Mila Jovovich because she stinks and we love it. Like, she's one of our favorites.
Yeah, it's not her fault. Her husband keeps making those fucking Resident Evil.
Right? Please do. They all stink and we love them and they always compete in the SMABFA.
But they're not good enough to win for whatever reason. They're just
it's really
right there.
like right on the edge every time.
Who was the soap queen that didn't win the Emmy for like 30 years straight?
Oh,
and
Susan
finally got
Lucci?
it? Yeah, she's Susan Lucci.
Yeah,
of
she's
the
Susan
SMABFAs.
Lucci as of the SMABFAs. Amy Adams, dickhead. God damn
But
it.
she's like 4 times. Susan Lucci was like fucking...
No, Amy Adams has been nominated for best. Well, I guess that's what the Oscars are. 9 times.
Okay, she's
9
Susan Lucci.
God, she just can't cross the.
Nobody
That's
ever
got to be
think-
frustrating.
Nobody ever thinks about it. Like, wait, Amy Adams hasn't won one.
God, that's got to be just like fuck you, and you see it like every year that you
absolutely.
don't fucking
Sally
win.
Field didn't win for a long ass time either, but she finally did. So did Susan Lucci, but
Vanessa Kirby got 3rd with 6.
I really liked Vanessa Kirby in Hobbs and Shaw. She was my favorite part of that movie by a lot.
And she does like blank out and forget she's in the movie sometimes.
Right.
So it's not just that she's fun and doing good the wrong way. She actually stinks.
She's like, this movie. God damn it. Where's Paul Walker?
Taylor Swift, Cats, 5, a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
I think that was all Jackie mostly.
Jackie was writing Taylor Swift into this.
Mm-hmm.
Rebel Wilson, Cats, 4.
Yes.
And Helen Mirren, Hobbs and Shaw with 4.
Yeah.
The fan vote, which I do not disagree with one bit. Jeet Lawrence, Pet Semetary.
Ah, yeah.
Because she stinks and it's a lot of fun. And it's really the only part of that movie that's moderately
It's viewable.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
her
I'll agree with that.
being crappy undead girl.
Yeah. Like, you know, I can't even remember the movie. You won the SMABFA for nobody will make out of me, but it's that type of performance. Like she's just poopy. She's not even like an undead. Like she's not horrific like Baby Undead Gage.
Murderous.
She's just comedic. Like, she's just grumpy.
Yeah. She's like,
Grumpy undead.
Dad, I've pretty much had it with being undead.
My
This is
vagina fell out
boring.
today.
My hair's itchy and my brain's coming out. I'm done with it.
This is dumb.
This is dumb.
My cat doesn't even like me anymore. Like, she's bafflingly stupid in that movie. So I'm good with the fans there too.
Yes.
However, Francesca Hayward,
Hey-yo.
she's the reason to show up for that movie.
Yep.
Like she's not the redeeming factor for Cats. I went to Cats for Francesca Hayward.
Pretty much.
Yeah. What a talent.
Yeah.
See, and my picks of Helen Mirren, Taylor Swift, and Rebel Wilson all made the list.
Yeah.
For votes anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna live with that. I think it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's cut to Francesca Hayward. I want to talk about her.
Yeah, that furry butt.
The furry butt. I mean, it's
She was the
insane.
white cat, right?
She's the main. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
She is pretty.
So pretty. And she's not an actress, so she didn't do a good job, but she did better than everybody
She
else.
did better than everybody
And the
else.
other people were mostly actors.
And she
she did better singing than some of the singers.
right? The thing about being a cat is everybody in Cats is leaning into being a cat.
Yeah.
And like everybody's different. That's what's so glorious about that movie and its shittiness is like not everybody's the same cat. Everybody's a different type of cat.
Yeah.
And they have different cat personas and the different way that their cat persona moves. And her like like everything is beautiful and enjoyable and curious and like I love everything and my mouth is gaping the entire fucking film.
That's why you like it.
Because her cat is stupid. I mean, the thing is, Jackie,
No, blowjobs from a cat.
No, that is not it. That's actually all that furry boner business that she gave me is now gone because that sounds awful. Damn it! Now I can't think.
Friskies, bite your wiener off.
Here comes dinner.
Ow!
I want chicken. I want liver. Now mix, please deliver.
Your boner.
Give me penis. Give me sack. I don't care. I'm not giving it back.
Because the cat bites your wiener off and keeps it
Right. It's a keepsake. It's a kitty keepsake.
until it poops it out.
God, what the hell was I talking? Like, it was
Wandering
something about
around
her
Babe
ass.
in the Woods.
It was something about
and
her
then
ass, I'm
the
sure.
camera guy's like, well, I'm going to do this movie a favor and just get some back-end footage here.
Yeah.
Lots of it. The editor's like, yeah, I'm going to have to put most of this in because it's nice.
Right. You go in expecting to see dumb cats, and then you walk out and you're like, uh-oh. I feel weird.
Yep. This year's SMABFA just went to a butt.
Yeah, Cats is something else. Okay, so that wraps that up, I think. Covered that one pretty good.
Yeah.
Everybody? Yeah. Okay. Jackie, you're up next.
Best Bad Actor. The one we liked the most.
Mm-hmm.
And the nominees are Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, Last Blood. Nick Nolte, Angel Has Fallen. Matthew McConaughey in Serenity.
Hey-o.
Surprise, surprise.
Sir Ian McKellan in Cats. Kevin Hart in Hobbs and Shaw. Gerard Butler in Angel Has Fallen. Idris Elba in Cats. And Jason Clarke in Serenity.
Really?
No.
I loved his performance in Serenity. I'm just going to say that now. And the winner is Sir Ian McKellan for Cats.
What's
yeah.
the numbers on this? Because it's got to be a landslide.
No, it's not.
Really?
Sir Ian McKellan won with 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
And the next highest was 8 points.
That's a landslide.
That's a landslide.
Jackie.
Oh, okay.
That's-
It was a landslide.
15 is a perfect score.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Nick Nolte won second place with 8 points for Angel Has Fallen.
He's great.
Matthew McConaughey, Serenity, with 7 points.
He's great.
Gerard Butler, Angel Has Fallen, with 6 points. Stallone and Kevin Hart got 4 points each.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Stallone not getting higher is a little surprise, but I like the competition for this one was pretty hot this year.
Yeah, it was. And it's a real heartbreaker for Nick Nolte because we watched that and we're like,
Oh, he's
he's
done.
the winner.
It's done.
And then we're watching Cats, and all of a sudden Ian McKellan just shows
shit.
up and stinks
no.
like a stinky piece of golden cheese. It's like emanating and radiating at the same time.
Sir Ian McKellen, by far, past the ass, is my favorite part of Cats.
Oh, yes.
By like he's fantastic. Show up for Sir Ian McKellen. He's great.
Method acting Cat. He probably like...
He's method acting a method actor
Yeah,
of cats.
of cats.
He's a cat method acting a method actor who is a cat.
It's like when you point a camera at a TV and it goes on forever.
Right.
That's what's happening with his performance in Cats. And at the same time, it is terrible.
It's awful because his little cat sounds that he makes. His he's a bad cat.
Yeah.
He's not good at being a cat.
No, but he's
Or
giving
his
it.
cat is insane. I'm not sure which.
But he's given it a Shakespeare performance
absolutely.
for this Cats movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you go, sir.
It's like Scorsese is directing him to be a cat. Is he a bad cat or a crazy cat, or does he just never seen a cat before?
He's just
What's happening?
going crazy with. He's like, I'm just gonna have fun with it,
Right.
And he's dialed it to 11.
It's awesome.
I couldn't believe it. I shot snot out of my. There were people, I think, in the theater that were trying to enjoy Cats, and I laughed out loud. I think 6 times I counted, something like that.
Right.
When he shows up and starts doing his thing, I couldn't muffle it. It's so funny.
It's hilarious, and it's Sir Ian McKellen. Like, I mean, it's not like John Depp showed up, somebody we hate. We love him, and then he does this, and you're like, dude, your bro stock, man. Your bro stock is just fucking killing it, you son of a bitch. Love you. You beat Nick Nolte, and Nick Nolte is now like, wait, I've hated Nick Nolte my whole life. What the hell is happening? I like Nick Nolte now. Is he getting good, or am I old, or what is happening? Because it's not just Angel Has Fallen. He's fucking deadly in The Mandalorian. And like, holy shit, is this his comeback here? What the hell's happening?
I've always liked Nick Nolte.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys want to know what the fan vote
Sure.
was?
Yes, bring it.
Kevin Hart in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, okay.
That
All right.
was
He was fucking hilarious in that movie.
He's maybe the best part of that movie.
he's the best part of that movie. I
It's
didn't like that
hilarious.
movie very much.
I didn't like that movie very much. I mean, it's a 6 out of 10, which is seriously disappointing.
Yeah, for a fast movie, you go for maximum bullshit.
Yeah.
And it is not.
And it's not.
And the only thing that happens that is close to the needle tipping is him.
Right. Or
Like
I do recall the scene where all 3 of them are in the McLaren, and it's like, I don't think The Rock could fit in a McLaren if he was the only passenger in it.
Yeah.
And he's riding shotgun. Like, nah, I don't know about that. But yeah, Kevin Hart is fantastic in that movie.
See, and I really liked Helen Mirren in that movie
You
as
just
well.
like Helen Mirren, period.
I
She
do,
stunk Jackie.
but I thought her performance was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
disagree.
better than. I think Kevin Hart blew her out of the water.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but I feel like if we're going for second place, it's all about Helen Mirren.
No, Nick Nolte. And like, Nick Nolte, Jackie.
He was amazing.
He was amazing. He's blowing up guys. It's the same thing as we were talking about with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was just killing some hippies. Like, he's fucking insane, and he's the perfect dad to Mike Banning.
Yeah,
like
he-
the perfect dad.
And it's sort of the benchmark for a fuck 'em now.
Mm-hmm.
Is his fuck 'em in that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck him.
I try to do that. Whenever I get a chance to say fuck 'em, it's like I gotta try to do as good as Nick Nolte did there.
Name one thing that Dame Helen Mirren did in Hobbs and Shaw other than be Dame Helen Mirren.
She was sassy.
Yeah, so you just like Dame Helen Mirren.
Whatever. You know what? I don't have to justify myself to
Right,
you.
Yeah, she's just going to be your number one no matter what she does. It's like,
She could shit on my sidewalk in front of my house, and I'd be like,
best
cool.
bad actress.
You are my idol. I want your haircut, but I'm too chicken shit.
To have the old lady haircut?
Yeah,
Huh, okay. She just has an old lady haircut, Jackie.
I know. It looks great on her.
I think you just like her because she's got huge boobs. She's not a good actress.
Oh, she does have big boobs.
Yeah. Speaking of not good actresses, let's get to the awards for worst bad actress. The actress or actor who is a female that gave the shittiest thing we could possibly see and want to claw our eyeballs out for. The nominees are Sophie Turner, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Dame Judi Dench, Cats, Jennifer Hudson, Cats,
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson, Cats.
She's got both sides on that one.
Yep. Vera Farmiga, Godzilla King of the
She
Monsters.
stinks in everything. Except for The Departed. And I didn't realize it was her because I'm
Right.
like, that can't be her because she sucks.
Her thing is being wooden. Emma Thompson, who's not a bad actress, for MIB International, where she was a bad actress. Jada Pinkett Smith, Angel Has Fallen, and Anne Hathaway for Serenity.
Yep. There she is on both sides of that.
And the winner is Jada Pinkett Smith for Angel
Yep.
Has Fallen.
She sucks.
She was awful.
And I
She's
think,
not tough.
No.
well,
It doesn't help that her character was really stupid.
your character sucks and she doesn't do a good job. And this is a movie in a beloved Stinker Madness franchise. 1 and 2 are like what we try to find.
Right.
And none of us, we went there, we're along for the ride, we're behind Mike Banning.
I had the biggest hopes for Angel Has Fallen of any of them.
Nick Nolte's in there killing it. And I can pinpoint her solidly as the reason that this movie isn't more fun.
Right. I absolutely agree. I mean, I can blame a little on Gerard Butler's neck injuries as
Sure.
well. but
Shut up, you. He's not injured.
He is very injured.
No,
is that?
he's the best human cyborg man ever.
I wish, but he's clearly not because he didn't do any stunts.
So what? Brad Pitt doesn't do his stunts, and he admitted it.
Brad Pitt's thing isn't punching guys. He couldn't even punch a guy. But absolutely, Jada Pinkett Smith just dragged it down. Probably 2 stars.
Because
Honestly,
she's just room temperature milk.
right.
It's awful.
It's like she's disciplining her own children at home. Stop that, children.
Yeah, she does have like a little bit of RBF going through the whole thing. And it's not like, oh, tough lady. It's like, you're just the lady at the office that no one likes.
RBF, Ruth Bader Feinsberg?
An resting bitch face.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rustic Bitch Face.
I'm gonna use that.
Hey-yo! Hey-yo!
I'm with you. I just thought that, like, really, you're not a tough cop.
And her character was
And why were
completely
you
unnecessary.
Yeah, why were you
Why are
cast as this?
Why are you here?
Like, are you trying to show your husband and son that you still got it? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. And I don't know why. Well, she's there for a paycheck. She's not exactly fucking Hollywood royalty, Jackie.
Yeah, but they've got tons of fucking money. Why does she need to be
doesn't.
in this turd?
She doesn't. He
She's
does.
married to him.
Uh,
And maybe they have
actually,
a shared
they're
bank account.
Really not, Jackie. They divorced about 10
What?
years ago.
No, they're still married.
They're
They
still
are.
married.
I
You're
don't
so
think they
full of
are.
shit.
I don't think they are.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're still married.
Huh. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Yeah,
are.
they
Yeah,
are.
they are.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Okay. Fans, People magazine readers, please submit letters and tell me if I'm incorrect or not. Either way,
What do the numbers look like on
the
this?
numbers are Jada Pinkett Smith barely won over Jennifer Hudson in Cats.
That was my number one vote, was Jennifer Hudson for Cats.
I
is
did
also my
not
number
vote
one.
for Jennifer Hudson at all.
Yeah, you were the one that kicked her out because she got 10. That's 2 number 1 votes. So, yeah, Jennifer Hudson sadly loses because she was fucking terrible, dude. I don't give a shit. I don't know what you saw that you were like, that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, she's not an actress. It's not her thing.
No, the boogies was gross. And it was
Boogies
funny,
was
and I laughed at it,
I guess
so
the
I liked
boogies are
it.
funny. The boogies are kind of funny, but it was so
I couldn't say
fucking
that I
outlandish.
hated it because I was like, she's eating her boogers. That's just gross. I can't hate you, you booger eater.
Sophie Turner with 8. Vera Farmiga got 5 votes, and Emma Thompson got 4.
Wow.
The fans, the geniuses that they are, those smart, good-looking, wonderful people who are never wrong at all during this episode. Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, fans. That was my number one vote too, people. Yep. I completely agree with you. It was gross, and I had a hard time looking at her. And then she just, I mean, I guess one thing is she did make you feel like, man, you are a homeless cat.
No, she didn't. She made me laugh at homeless cats.
She's a booger eater.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I've laughed at it, but you kind of believed that she could be a homeless cat.
How
in real
about
life.
Miss Hudson? We're gonna need you to tone it down just a little bit, like just a little bit. Can we dial that back just a notch?
No, they're like, so let's pretend like you live in the gutter, and she was like, I don't have to pretend.
I'm sad about it. Oh. Wait, dude, what? Jennifer Hudson's like a 4-time Grammy winner, dude.
I don't know. I don't like her.
The thing that another reason I can't hate that performance is that it is one of the most spectacular all-time blow-its in history.
It is.
Because you're handed memories that people that don't even know fucking cats know that
no memories.
Memories.
Right.
It's like, you have been given steward of one of the great songs that is very recognizable, and she blows it. She
like the moment
buries that
the
song.
moment that memories comes, you're like, okay, well, if she's gonna do something right, she's gonna do oh fuck, what the hell, dude? Really?
Yeah,
it's memory,
and she blows it.
It's fucking Freebird of singing and dancing theater. Like,
this is
what are you doing?
You just fucked up Jimmy Buffett karaoke. How do you even do that?
She stepped on a pop top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson, but Jada Pinkett Smith takes it because she ruined what could have been a fantastic movie.
What should have been this year's
I still
best.
think Gerard Butler not breaking his neck on a motorcycle and being able to do stunts would have maybe helped.
Yeah.
But
I still love him though.
Oh, I do too, dude. I just Angel Has Fallen is such a heartbreaker because is that the last of Gerard that we're gonna get? I mean, like, is he too old and too many broken vertebrae from being a hotshot motorcycle guy?
Going to produce his own. What we're gonna get with him is more of that fucking submarine movie.
Yeah,
action talking and him producing his own vehicles to still get money, but the action is over.
Yeah, it's just I mean,
that's too bad.
Angel Has Fallen is just a heartbreaker for me. So I just I don't know.
And they have so many great one-liners in Angel Has Fallen too.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Thirsty as fuck.
That's London Has Fallen, Jackie.
I'm saying the franchise.
Oh, the franchise, the Fallen franchise. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's play a game of fuck off. You go first is arguably the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a question for Sam though before we move on.
Sure.
Do you like ladies who eat their own boogers?
I do not, but I will laugh at them. I will laugh at those ladies.
You're like, hey Sam, there's a booger eater right over there. Table number 19.
Mm-hmm.
She ordered a plate of boogers.
Thought she was gonna wait.
I'll have the soup de booger. You're the booger du jour.
You'd be like, I can smell on your breath that you just ate a big one. You want to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to change
the topic. You might
topic.
think it's funny, but it's not.
Oh! We need to stop. Please stop. Sam,
this is it.
Take us out.
The reason that we're all here, the big one.
You already opened it.
Because I didn't look, because the tape is giving me problems.
Will you let him do his job? Jesus Christ.
God, fans,
anyway.
you already opened it.
What are you, Publishers Clearinghouse?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, not Publishers Clearinghouse. That's the magazine people. Whoever takes care of the Oscar envelopes.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
Oh my God!
Good
really?
Lord.
Order 10 magazines and we'll do your Oscars for you.
The reason that you can't get rid of Reader's Digest because you think somebody's showing up with a fucking foam check. The 2020 best bad movie nominees are Serenity.
Hey,
Hobbs and Shaw. Angel Has Fallen. Rambo: Last Blood. Cats. Hellboy. Xmen Dark Phoenix. And the winner is Angel Has Fallen.
Angel Has Fallen. Even though we just threw it under the bus.
I love that movie.
I love it too, but God, it's just a heartbreaker.
One Jada Pinkett Smith away from being a perfect trilogy,
right?
Because her scenes are. It's not just that she's sinking and it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
What there is a lack of action
right.
that is prevalent in the other two movies.
Right.
Whether they had to do it with him or somebody else, there's just no action.
Yeah, it's this like you've just hit the brakes on everything you've built up to this point when she shows up. I mean, that's its flaw. Like it's yes, I would love Gerard doing stunts. It's not necessary because I still would have enjoyed that movie, and don't get me wrong, I did enjoy that movie. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is best bad movie
It
of
is.
the year. But it is a disappointment. And if we'd had something else this year, I'm trying to think of what else would have
Any other Gerard Butler movie?
Gods of Egypt or maybe even
Geostorm.
Geostorm might have knocked it out
Oh,
of its
absolutely.
spot. So
Well, I'm going to say that I had a really hard time in this category because I really liked Rambo Last Blood.
yep, which is also another falls in that same vein.
And I man, when I was voting, I was like, oh, I like them both about the same. But then I like Gerard Butler way more.
Then Stallone, yeah, sure.
And there's just nothing in the Rambo movie that compares to that Nick Nolte scene.
There's I do the end. I mean, really?
Not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
Nick Nolte's so much funnier.
He
and
is
so
funnier.
much fun.
And he goes in and kills those dudes, and that was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I shit my pants though in the theater at I was like, holy shit!
With all of his weird
Whoa!
towels and stuff. Yeah.
Whoa!
I had a hard time, but I did go with Angel Has Fallen.
I would have too, yeah. But I definitely think Rambo Last Blood needs to be in the discussion.
It
Yeah.
does, yeah.
So what are the
Number
numbers?
2. So Angel Has Fallen with 12.
Mm-hmm.
Rambo Last Blood with 9. Serenity was 6.
Okay.
Hobbs and Shaw was 6. And Cats was 6.
Yeah, tying
Wow.
3 ways there.
The fan vote is Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw, I could see that.
I can see that.
Mhm.
I can see that too.
And I think that Hobbs and Shaw actually is where, because I didn't vote for it at all, because I
No.
actually really hated that movie.
Yeah,
It was just, I am a really big fan of the Fast movies for what they are, and that it was just not one of those movies.
yeah. I mean, let's put those 3 together. Let's do because they're all the rest of them are all standalone, not sequels or adaptations. Biggest disappointment: London Has Fallen, Rambo, or Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and
Hobbs and
Shaw.
Shaw by a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was promising at the beginning because you really did think that they were going to follow the format and it was going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it went fucking south and you were like, what? These cars have nitro and they're dragging down an airplane? What the fuck is happening here? You're going to fight guys with guns with sticks?
It's not the
What?
fact. It's not the fact that the idea of him bringing down a chopper with a chain is the problem. Them like, oh, that's really stupid. He's gonna pull down that's not a problem. The fact that they're doing stupid things, the problem is it looks stupid. The Fast franchise can pretty much get away with Cars Don't Fly, Brian.
Yeah.
They can get away with anything that on paper is stupid, but as soon as it translates from it's stupid on paper to it looks bad, that's when it doesn't work. And that's the failing of that movie is it's not like they broke from formula to me other than who put it all together. It looks stupid.
It's also not that much fun. Like the ending sequences, it seems like there's nothing on the line
right.
when it's happening.
Right? Yeah.
And one of the reasons it seems like that is that she willingly goes into the helicopter.
Right.
She's like, stay here so you don't get captured. And she's like, okay, I'm going to that helicopter now.
And then, they crash the helicopter and everybody's okay.
I want to go back to Sam just for a second about the stakes. You know what? Again, Bad Movie Fiends talked about this. You know what the stakes were, Sam? The end of the goddamn world. None of the other Fast movies have been that big in scope of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like Charlize Theron characters. Yeah, she's gonna have her hands on some nukes, but she's not gonna end the world. She's using it as a deterrent, which is what fucking governments do, just so you guys know, with nukes. They don't use them either. She's just becoming a new government. That's not the end of the world. The stakes are high, but this is like the world's going to end, and then we get the climax, and you're like,
Also, that what they're doing to stop them from getting away is more dangerous than trying to just catch them in some other method.
right.
Like they're actually trying to kill. It's just it sucks.
Yeah.
Well, and
It
the
was
bad guy
disappointing.
dies because they shot him down.
Right.
His heart,
What?
sadness.
Yeah.
He died of robot sadness.
Right, died of robot
Also
sadness.
suck. That should be funnier, but it's not.
It's everything that should be awesome is not in that. Let's move on from this with after one last question. Despite everything we said, do we hope there's another one?
Yes.
Hobbs and Shaw.
I kind of hope there's another one because the concept is there. If they get somebody who can do it right, it can be good.
Well, Jason, was Lynn's doing the new Fast
Right.
9 or whatever,
Right,
so
right.
I've got pretty high hopes on that.
Yeah. So.
I just want him to stuff them back into that. And not
Oh yeah,
do this
dude.
anymore.
You know, the more we can have, I'm saying, the better is fine. Just make it good. Just don't make it suck like Hobbs and Shaw. But I don't take anything away from the fans because I do think that there was some good moments in that film that were fun. Kevin Hart, that fucking sequence was deadly. The juxtaposition between their two lifestyles at the beginning was a lot of fun.
There was a lot of really good juxtaposition between the two of them. Them staring the cameras down. There was a lot of fun stuff. It's just that there was so much suck. The Transformer bike.
Oh god,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is that even
just Idris Elba? In general.
What?
And I love Idris Elba. What the fuck is happening with Idris Elba?
He is
Stop
not
it!
good at choosing.
Stop it!
Stop picking crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, Sam, because I really liked the scene with the elevator versus the rope after the guy gets away and he chases him down the side of the building.
Yeah, we know it's seen.
Yeah, so,
it's in the
I mean,
trailer.
things like that. I'm with you 100%. But the villain was fucking ridiculous and not believable. And it was just like, so there's an unbeatable man.
Yeah.
And the only reason that you guys won in the end was because the head corporation shut his system down.
Right.
So you would not have been able to beat him.
Yeah.
And that's just not fucking awesome.
No. Let's move on. Hobbs and Shaw didn't win from us. But Angel Has Fallen did. It's a disappointment, I will still say, because of the Gerard Butler being a broken guy and Jada Pinkett Smith. But you know, the thing about it is I thought at the end of the day, it made some mistake. It had some misses as well as far as the story, but I do think it's a decent send off. It's a decent close of the trilogy.
Sure,
it probably should have been total crap. And like we really would have hated it.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We had a lot of fun with it. We just didn't have as much fun as London Has Fallen with it. So
unfortunately, it had very little up against it this year.
Yeah, right.
I would like to see a sequel with Nick Nolte where they go into a father-son adventure.
Okay.
Like they're on a family vacation.
Literally not going to happen.
And then somebody is taken, and then they're like, I have a unique set of skills.
That's a different franchise.
And then, yeah.
And Liam Neeson's is his uncle.
Yeah. And he comes in with his unique set of skills, and the three of them kick assholes.
And Busey's the bad guy, but it turns out he's a good guy at the end, and they all hang out with him.
Labor Day barbecue has fallen.
Right. All right, guys, that's the podcast. Next week, we will be cramming in one more movie before we do year in review. So we've got specials aplenty coming up. So stay tuned to that. I guess it's my pick next week. Fuck, what the hell am I choosing?
Well, while you think about this, I'd like to share on the podcast that for Valentine's Day, I got a book called What Would Skeletor Do?
Yes.
And I fucking love it.
Okay.
Because he's a nasty dude.
The answer
Good story.
to every question is, talk like this.
Bonehead.
We went to Home Depot today, and I swear He-Man was there. Next movie we are going to do is... We're going to sneak in a surprise pick. The Ice Cream Man, starring Clint Howard.
Oh.
So get ready for that, guys. And then get to the chopper. Fans of Stinker Madness, iTunes thinks you don't like us. What? How is that possible? Well, it's because you haven't given us a review yet. Go to Stinker Madness on iTunes and take just a couple seconds to rate and review us there. While you're at it, hit up Stitcher.com as well. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter @/Stinker Madness and email us at talk@stinkermadness.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening and get to the chopper.